Hello student, in the previous video of the chapter first Pol Science, what democracy and why democracy, we discussed about the definitions and what is a form of the democracy is there. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the peoples. And it should be clear by the features of the democracy. In the previous video, we discussed the first feature that the major decision by elected by the leaders. It means in a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. In this video, we will discuss the next features of the democracy. The second feature of the democracy is a free and fair electoral competitions. It means a democracy must be based on a free and fair elections where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. It clearly by the example of the China and Mexico. In China, elections are regularly held after every 5 years for electing the country's parliament that is known as a Congo Remino Debut de Ho, means the National People's Congress. And the National People Congress has a power to appoint the president of the country. And it has in nearly 3,000 members that elected from all over the China, means all states of the China. Some members are elected by the armies also. Before contesting election, a candidate needs to approve the Chinese Communist Party. Only those who are members of the Chinese Communist Party or the 8 smaller parties allied to it were allowed to contest election that held in the 2002 and the 2003. The government is always formed by the Communist Party. Means we can't say there is a system of the free and fair electoral competition because those members who are elected for the president post and members of the council of ministers, they have to should be the member of the Chinese Communist Party. That it will be clear by the another example of the Mexico. Since its independence in 1930, Mexico holds elections after every 6 years to elect its president. The country has never been under a military or dictator rule, but until 2000, every election was won by a party that is called as a PRI, means Institutional Revolutionary Party. Opposition party did contest election but never managed to win. The PRI is known to use many dirty tricks to win election. All those who were employed in government office had to attend its party meeting. Teachers of the government school used to force parents to vote for the PRI. And media also ignored the activities of the opposition political party because it is under the PRI. Sometimes the polling booths were shifted from one place to another in the last minute, which made it difficult for people to cast their votes. The PRI spent a large sum of money in the campaign for its candidate. It means we can't say here the elections are democratic because here one party is ruling, that is a PRI, and people have to give the votes in the favor of the PRI, otherwise their vote has a no value in the Mexico. So we consider the election described above as example of the people electing their rulers. Read this example, we get a sense that there are many problems here. In China, the election do not offer the people any serious choice. They have to choose a ruling party and a candidate approved by it. And in the Mexican example, people seem to really have a choice, but in practice they had no choice. There was no way the ruling party could be defeated because everyone has to give the vote in the favor of the PRI. So these are not the fair elections. We can thus add a second feature to our understanding of democracy. Holding election of any kind is not sufficient. The election must offer a real choice between political alternatives, and it should be possible for people to use this choice to remove the existing rulers if they wish so. Then we can say the country is a democratic country and their government is a democratic government.